Do you get more females if you have more cash? So word of the day, cash. Obviously, as again, qualified to speak on this situation because I've had the contrast. I was like here, 3 years ago, trying to get bitches. I mean, not trying, getting bitches. And then now, obviously still, getting. Now, what was the difference? Like, does more money get you more females? That's the question. The thing is, a lot of guys, I realized, a big motivation when they want to get rich is females. Like, subconsciously, literally everyone wants to get money. Every man, every guy wants to get money because he pictures himself in a Lambo with a blondie besides him and, just cruising through the streets and having all these girls, all these females' adoration upon him. That's what any red-blooded male with a set of pears, a D, and testosterone in his body wants. So, but how is it really? Let me tell you something. If you cannot get females while you're broke, you're a freaking loser. You are a loser. Let me explain you why. When I was broke, I didn't need money to get females. How? How is that? Because I had other attributes that are more important than cash when it comes to females. At the end of the day, females have deep instincts about what they want in a man. Number one is they want a man that is physically dominant. Fuck all you heard, fuck all the whatever, like these girls, these women, females want dad bods or, what? Like, why do you think women say they want taller men? Like, what? You think it's a coincidence? Like, if a girl had the option to choose between 6'2", same guy, or 5'2", same version, who do you think is gonna pick? Who do you think? All right, number one, physical dominance. Now, physical dominance doesn't mean that you have to be tall. It means that you need to be fit. The fitter you are, the more chicks you're gonna get. Done. That's a fact. Like, me having this physique is surely helpful to get more chicks. Number one. Number two, your swag. That's one thing I haven't really talked about much. But you need swag, right? What's swag? Swag is the ability to make other people think you're cool and respect you. How do you do that? You do things that are respectable. You become a winner. Now, a big thing with swag is charisma. You need to have the charisma to be able to talk to people. You need to have the charisma just not being fucking autistic. A lot of you guys are autistic. You don't even know how to fucking hold a conversation. You don't know how to do anything. You go to a girl, you're like, hey, my name is Mark. Like, that's not having swag. You need to have swag. And swag is basically another word for confidence. But I like to use swag because confidence, people, like, if I say confidence, people picture like this guy who, just does like dumb shit. Like these videos where guys just do pranks and stupid stuff, and it's because they're confident. Or you picture this guy, he goes up to the bar and even if like he's a dork, but somehow he has the confidence to do stupid. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about swag, and swag entails everything. How is your style? How do you carry yourself? How's your charisma? How many friends you have? If you go to a party, do people notice you? Or are you just a guy in the fucking corner, sipping on his Hennessy and trying to making his like 50th move? All right, if I talk to the girl this way, then maybe she'll, instead of just going up to her and say, hey, you want to dance? All right, cool, let's dance. That's swag. So you need to develop swag. Third thing is related to confidence as well. But the third thing is basically how many females do you talk to? How many females do you talk to? That's a big thing. Look, even if you didn't have anything that I just talked about before, but you talk to like 500 chicks per day, you would get laid. 1000% you would get laid. You would absolutely get laid. But because some guys don't talk to girls, you never get laid. So you need to play the numbers game and basically just introduce yourself to as many girls as possible. And I have a very simple concept the way I do it. For example, Tinder or Instagram, hey, how are you? You know, small conversation. What are you doing right now? Oh, I'm doing this, blah, blah. All right, cool. I think you're cute. What's your number? Let's talk on WhatsApp. Done. And I have a short conversation. I'll be like, hey, what do you like more, coffee or cocktail? She's like, coffee. I'll be like, all right, cool. You know, are you free to get some coffee sometime? How's your schedule like? Very short, very simple. And I do this to as many chicks as possible, and a certain percentage of them will be down. Very easy, very simple. Now, in this equation, did I ever mention money? No. But let me explain you something. Money can absolutely help to enhance all these things and bring it to the next level if you are a boss. Let me give an example. So I told you before I was still getting chicks, but now, you know, I still get chicks. But what's the difference? Let's say before, I would go to a party, go to the club, and I would just literally go up to a female and be like, hey, you want to dance? She looks at me, all right, physique, on point, style, on point, charisma. I mean, he seems confident, looks cool, you know, just didn't have any didn't seem scared to talk to me, seems like a normal person, you know. All right, let me give him a shot. Let me dance with him. Let me dance with her. You know, I got some dance skills and stuff like that. You know, that's how it would be if I was broke. You know, I'd still get chicks. Now, let me tell you the difference now when I'm rich. Difference is, I go to the club and I have VIP table. I have VIP table and there's champagne coming. There's a champagne coming and I'm all paying for everything. And because I'm paying for everything, there's champagne at VIP table, it attracts chicks to my table. And then all of a sudden, I have like 15 chicks literally on my table, me and my boys. Let's say me and 3 of my boys, and we have champagne, and we have this VIP table, and we're surrounded by 15 chicks. And then I do the same thing that I just did, what I just told you before. Which one do you think has a higher success rate? Which one do you think shows more swag? Which one do you think looks cooler? And that's the point. I can use the cash to enhance whatever I was doing when I was broke. And that's the point. It enhances. If you enhance 0, you get nothing. If you multiply 0 by 10, you get 0. But if I multiply 10 by 5, I get 50. So if I was getting 10 chicks before, but now I do the exact same thing but with cash, I get more chicks. Does that make sense? Let me give you another example. I mean, this one was already a very, very good example. But let me give another example. Instagram. My Instagram profile. Everyone says they always like my Instagram profile. Like, it looks very, very nice. And the reason it looks nice is because I have cash. Now, before, my Instagram also looked nice. My old Instagram was like me in like, you know, super cool clothing. I used to like kind of go to influencer route, but I would have like always like stylish clothing. You know, I would have photos in different locations, but in the same city, but it would always look nice. Always has different clothing, but super, super nice. I would basically show off my style, right? And I'd show off the places I've been. But now, inject cash. All of a sudden, private jet photo, yacht photo, Dubai photo. But it's basically the same concept. It's just more cash included. So it looks richer, more luxurious, more interesting, more different places, more swag clothing. Everything I would basically do before, but now with more. And then all of a sudden people think my Instagram is even cooler, which gets me even more chicks. So that's what money is. Money is an enhancer. So if you're not getting chicks now, I'd better rethink my life because that means you are a loser. You're a loser. If you're not getting chicks, and you like, I always tell people like, look, I figured out the thing with chicks like when I was 16. I also at a point when I didn't get chicks. I was like 14, 15, trying to get girlfriends. But then 16, bruv, like I'm like I have style, you know, I have swag. I'm like at parties and shit. You know, I'm competing. You know, I'm going European championships. Like I'm fastest in Austria. Like, bruv, chicks, figure it out. Boom, just text chicks, ask them on a date. They'll just think cool motherfucker. I like him. But if you're like 18, 19, you still haven't figured out chicks, you are a loser per definition. Like what have you actually done in your life that shows results and makes you have swag? Nothing. And that's why you think if you're gonna get money, you're all of a sudden gonna have the ability to get more chicks. No. If you enhance zero, you're gonna get zero. You need to enhance something that was already there before. So make sure you do the right things and then inject cash in them.